So tell me about yourself.
Yeah, so I chose to run for student body vice president because I see myself as a natural leader, and I've been told that by many of my colleagues, many of my friends, but also those that I've butted heads against as well.
I'm a junior political science major. I'm running for re-election as student body president, and if I win, I'll be the first two-term president in over 3 decades.
What is your past experience in student government?
I've been a part of ASCSU since my freshman year. I joined in the Senate, so in this space right here was my starting ground.
So for the last year I've served as the student body president for ASCSU, but kind of my start in politics happened when I was 17, and I ran for office in a local election, and I became the youngest person in Colorado history to ever be on a ballot or run for office.
And what are the main pillars of your campaign? What are the main goals of your campaign?
Our campaign is built upon affordability, student experience, and effectiveness. And these pillars were not developed because they sound good for a campaign or even because it's some lofty goal that we want to accomplish, although it is. But it's because President Desalvo, my running mate, and I have figured out that these work. This is what we have been doing this past year, and this is what we intend to do should we be elected.
Affordability concerns are the #1 things I hear from students, whether that's the cost of living or the cost of tuition. And so affordability is a massive pillar of our campaign going forward.
What is the main thing you want to accomplish if you are to become vice president?
As far as the student experience aspect goes, college is a place where folks should be able to come and discover who they are, discover the world outside of their hometown, learn new cultures, learn new identities, learn new perspectives and ways to see the world. And so we want to apply that student experience to CSU.
What are you wanting to do differently in this year compared to last year?
It's an interesting question because I don't know how much I would do differently. There are a lot of really good, there are a lot of things I've learned this year, and so I think that understanding will help me, especially in the budgeting process.
And how are you going to work with the Student Fee Review Board to make sure that student fees are allocated efficiently?
If we do not have a voice from every aspect of campus dictating what students pay, how is that a democracy? How is that fair? So I will ensure that the Student Fee Review Board looks like the CSU campus and represents the CSU campus.
I think my strategy going forward into ensuring that the student fees are allocated properly is getting a board that represents the entire swath of campus. I think once we do that, then we have an understanding of where the student body is, and that's how we go. We go with what the students want.
As president, you have to hire a lot of the directors in the cabinet, all of the directors actually. Do you have any specific plans for any specific departments going forward?
I made the commitment last year that my cabinet would look like CSU and would reflect CSU, and that's something important to me because student government should be representative. And so my cabinet's very diverse. My cabinet's majority women, and so I think those perspectives are essential. And so it's something I will commit to again if I have the honor of being reelected.